months today, we'll see the 2022 World Cup final. Which two nations from around the globe will be there? Here come my updated predictions. They are next. That's right, folks, back once again with another 2022 World Cup prediction update. That's right, of course, as we get closer, my predictions are likely to change with, of course, form, transfers, injuries, suspensions, all that kind of stuff, and just the roll of the dice, of course. Who's actually going to get there this time around? Of course, if you haven't seen my previous ones, make sure you check it out. But, of course, these are my updated July predictions. Of course, 4 months today, we'll have the final. Who will be there? Of course, we'll have a look in just a second. Big shout out to my VIPs, the other patrons, of course, and if you're new, where the heck you been, boys? Smash your subscribe button and keep bang up to date with all things World Cup related, Babin Rovers related, world football itself related. We're going to all here, boys, under one roof. Of course, I have done predictions in the past. I did my early door predictions way back, I think back in May or June or something. But of course, now is the real deal. We're moving forward to July. What am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about this bad boy. We're going to jump in here and going to go blitz through this and let you know who I think will be at the final, of course. Now, I have done this. I didn't do it this way before, but I'm going to go with my gut here. We're going to try and keep it nice and concise, of course. But I take on people's opinions as well of what they think will happen in the World Cup. People's comments, of course. And I'm trying to get a band of men together. I'm trying to have, before we kick off, 32 fans from each nation. If you are a fan at any one of these nations or come from one of these nations and want to be the representative for the channel, for Morocco or for Tunisia or for Switzerland or whatever, if you want to be that fan or supporter, let me know in the comment section, or better still, follow me on Twitter and get involved. But anyway, we're going to go in here, we're going to go raw here. We're not going to muck about with the score lines and all this. We're just going to go with it. So in Group A, we do know the Dutchies are going to be the powerhouse of this group. But besides that, after that, it becomes very, very difficult. Qatar, host nation, how were they've been trying to improve their game over recent years, playing in world competitions, of course, prepping themselves. They've been working on this for a long time. Ecuador, of course, did very, very well in the South American qualifying to get to. They actually ousted some of the juggernauts. Colombia, Chile no longer in the World Cup because of the likes of Ecuador doing very, very well. Senegal as well, but had a fantastic year. It is very, very tight, and it could go either way. And probably as we get closer, this might change 4 or 5 times. Who knows? But I'm actually going to go Senegal on this one. I think right now they're riding a crest of a wave, and I think they're just going to be a little bit too powerful for the rest of the nations on this one. And actually probably going to go with Ecuador and then Qatar to wrap it up. Moving forward, we of course have Group B, England, of course, looking good on occasion, but they've got some weaknesses in there. They have they are prone to have an error now and again, but I don't think it's going to happen in the group stages. Of course, when you look at the likes of Iran, USA, and Wales, no disrespect to any of those, England should be far superior than those by a bit of a distance. As again, just like Group A, second place is wide open. A lot of people are writing off Iran's chances, but they are a decent unit coming out of Asia's confederation as well. USA doing good, Wales as well. Gareth Bale now, of course, got his future sorted out. He's playing his football over in the MLS for LAFC, so it is tight. And again, I don't know which way I went last time. I think I might have went USA, but I'm going to go Wales on this one. I just think again the heat will be a fact. I know we're playing in a different part of the year, and the terrain and the atmosphere and everything. I've just got a sneaky feeling Gareth Bale has been known, and Ramsey, and of course the rest of the boys there. There's a bit of a movement going on with Wales. This is their golden generation. I'm not anticipating them to do absolute batshit crazy stuff, but I do feel they're going to have a lot of power as they edge closer, and a lot of experience in the games. Then I'm going to go USA, and I'm going to go Iran, unfortunately. But England and Wales at the moment are going to go through. Moving on to Group C now. Again, when you look at it, there might be a bit of a spanner in the works in this one. Of course, we've got Argentina and Messi, who I believe in my first prediction video did very, very well. I do anticipate them still winning this group when you look at Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. You know, they basically, I think Argentina need to beat Saudi Arabia, pick a couple of draws against Mexico or Poland, or maybe a snatcher win or two. So, but I just think they're going to be too good. Whereas Mexico, Poland are likely, there's prone to be a spanner in the works. They may slip up against Saudi Arabia with a draw. That's where I see the problems going here. I think Poland will sneak through. Unfortunately, Mexico and then Saudi Arabia at this time. Again, it's so fine margins. Things are likely to change. And again, for me, Argentina in Group C, they're going to make it. Who's going to be the runner-up? That could change. That could change very much quick as we get closer again. If, for example, Lewandowski now going to Barcelona picks up an injury or picks up a nightmare and he's out, guess what? Poland are out. They're going to be not in that second spot. It's specific on the players that are there. You know, if Lewandowski's not there, guess what? Shit's hit the fan. Meanwhile, France will top Group D. I'm not even going to deny that. Australia, of course, I'm happy to see them there. They're a hard-working team and they'll do very, very well for themselves. But are they going to get past a resolute Denmark? I don't think so. I don't know if that's actually changed at all to my first prediction. I think that's pretty much as you're going to get it. Moving into Group E. I did go Germany. I'm rocking a German shirt. I think they're doing very, very well. I don't think they've lost with Hansi Flick. And again, Spain will do that. And again, it's going to be a toss-up who's going to finish third. I'm going to go with Japan on this one. Again, I'm not going to dick around with some of these as they could be... there's no point chewing on them because I think Germany's just too strong right now. Moving to Group F again. I think Belgium are good. They're nailed on for first. There could be a surprise here. There could be a surprise with Canada getting ahead of Croatia because no one's expecting them to do very, very well. I really want to see Canada do well. I want to put them in second spot, but I just can't get past Croatia. I think they've just got too much experience and expertise here. Modric will be there, as will a lot of the other Perisic and co. They're edging closer to being done. You know, I don't know. I keep thinking that the last World Cup they'll be done. But no, they're still here. They're still knocking on. And they'll still compete. Canada will probably get ahead of Morocco on this one. Into Group G now. We're getting closer to the nitty-gritty. Brazil look very, very good and very, very strong. Who's going to join them, though? Cameroon, unfortunately, not good enough. Switzerland, Serbia is a toss-up. It's a toss of a coin. I'm going to go Serbia with Mitrovic this time around. Switzerland could get there, but I just don't think so. It's fine margin, paper thin margins on that. Into Group H, this one very, very difficult. I think out of the four there, Ghana are not in it. Unfortunately, I'd love to see them go far, but I just can't. I can't oust them right now. I'm going to stick with Portugal, of course. Hopefully, this has changed up a bit. Moving forward. It's Uruguay or South Korea. I'm going to go Uruguay. To me, I still don't think much has changed here. Korea and then Ghana. Unfortunately, the African nations, despite it being played in a part of the year, calendar year, when they usually have their bigger tournaments, will not succeed. Into the round of 16 we go now. Let's go take a look at this. The Dutchies up against the Welsh. This is where, of course, the Welsh's journey will end. I cannot see past the Dutchies on this one. Argentina against Denmark. Same deal. Christian Eriksen. Hang on a minute. Let's think about this. If it goes to 90 minutes, you know, I can't see past Argentina, really. I cannot do it. I cannot say. I'd love to see Denmark do it, but when I put my mind in Qatar 2022, the fans, the neutrals, want to see Messi do this. They want to see him go the distance. So they'll get past Denmark without problem. England will get past Senegal. Yes, difficult game. Don't get me wrong. I'm not clicking it because it's a piece of piss. It'll be like a 2-1 or a 1-0. It won't be like a 4-0. It'll be tight, airtight. France again will beat Poland. No questions asked. Germany will get past Croatia as well. And Brazil will beat Uruguay. Belgium against Spain. This could go either way. I'm going to go Spain this time. And Portugal will beat Serbia. Again, expertise will rise to the top. And then we set up these quarterfinals. Yeah, wow. I don't know, I really don't know. Again, if you look back, if you mirror my last predictions, I don't know how close they are. But I've not memorized it. This is just my gut. My gut is telling me this. So if it is a carbon copy, I apologise. I didn't mean it to be. So yeah, Argentina will beat the Dutchies. Of course, the Dutch are on a bit of a mission here for the coach he's sick and they want to try and do well for him. But really, the momentum is with Argentina at this moment. Germany against Brazil. I'd love to say Germany, but I'm going to go Brazil on this one. So again, if Brazil meet Argentina, that could be spicy. England against France. I think France will knock out England at the quarterfinals. It'll be game over. And actually, I think Spain will beat Portugal if this was the quarterfinal, if this was the case, which will set up this. This would be tasty. This would be tasty. Of course, we haven't got the possibility of a Messi, Ronaldo final. That's gone. But we do have an Argentina-Brazil semi-final, and we have a France-Spain. So we have a South American semi-final and a Spain semi-final. I mean, a European semi-final. I cannot go against France right now. I think they've just got too many players. Too many players. Injuries will be a vital on their journey. And realistically, I don't know who I had in the last one. I think Brazil will beat Argentina on the night. And then if it is this final, we're going to have a treat on our hands. We will have a treat on our hands. And I don't know. I really don't know. I'd love to see it. Actually, I wouldn't want to see it. I don't like an over-dominating nation, and Brazil right now are over-dominated, but they haven't won the World Cup in a while. And I feel, when you look at their players, they have some really good individuals and things like that. Neymar, of course, if he gets this and Lionel Messi doesn't, what does that say to the world of football? What does that say? Ronaldo doesn't get it, and Messi doesn't get it, but a Neymar does it. What shithousery would be? It is very tight. It is very tight. But for the love of the order, for the game, if it goes the distance, if it goes in past 90 minutes, I'm going to put my money on Brazil. Brazil will be there. Qatar will back them. Then the neutrals will back them. They'll want to see Brazil. Everybody's third nation. Everybody's got a soft spot for Brazil. They are, of course, the artists of world football, and they will continue doing that and getting their first win since 2000 or 98 or whatever. I don't even know when the last one they won. It's been a while. It's a long time coming. And yes, it's a little bit different from my last pick, but only slightly just. I do think France will get to a final. And at the moment, as we've seen there, if we were to play it out the way my picks would go, Brazil would nick it at the death. It will be tight, so close, very, very difficult for Brazil to win it, but they'll do it. And again, it will be a fantastic tournament, regardless. I know we've got some beef with or world issues regarding Qatar and some of basically the Middle East area. There is a bit of a humane issue and all, and I don't really want to dig into that. And it's a very, very, and that's something that needs to be addressed. But the World Cup will go ahead. And at this state of play, Brazil, in my eyes, now nick it ahead of France. But what's going to happen in a month's time? 1 month's time between now and August. We'll maybe see some transfers that may develop. We may see some injuries in pre-season or even the start of the season that would affect this prediction. But right here, right now, the lay of the land, I have Brazil winning the World Cup. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Of course, I have switched now within a month's time from France to Brazil. Will I switch again? Will I switch back? Who knows? But anyway, that's the state of play for me. And again, it all depends on those group stages. If the draw, we saw it with England in Russia. We saw it with Croatia in Russia as well. They had a favourable bracket. All the heavyweights were stuffed into one side of the bracket. For me, on this, though, the heavyweights are scattered around nicely. What makes a very, very spicy tournament. And again, when we look back, if I can look back to the semi-finals, let's go back here for a second. Any one of those four nations can win it. Any one of those four nations realistically can win it. But anyway, that's it, guys. Smash your subscribe, smash the thumbs up, smash the little bell. We'll be back in a month's time to take another look at the World Cup. And until then, boys and girls, we're done right now.